what I do to keep in shape for all of these ridiculous challenges. Okay. My diet and exercise is pretty strict. Most people won't do it, won't even want to do it, which is fine. It's all in the math, it's all in the calories. Anything under 4,000, I'm losing weight. There's no such thing as a magical metabolism. That's just a nonsense thing. The single biggest mistake of my fitness career. Welcome to Grimmy Eat World. Today, we're gonna talk about how I stay in shape doing these intense cheat days. But you know we had to stop and get some coffee first. Now there's 3 things that I want to talk about on today's episode. The first one is that anybody can do what I do. It really just all comes down to 2 things: diet and exercise. We're gonna cover both of those topics a little bit deeper throughout our cheat day today. So let's head to our first meal and we'll get into some of those details. Let's go. Time for another Crumbl. This week's Crumbl lineup: berry trifle cup, cinnamon roll cookie, semi-sweet chocolate chunk, triple chocolate chip cookie. We have the wedding cake cookie. We have the peanut butter skillet featuring Reese's, chocolate toffee cake cookie featuring Heath, and my customer pick this week was Biscoff ice cream cookie. We got a cool looking lineup today. Let's get it underway, shall we? Semi-sweet chocolate chunk. All the stress just goes away. Huh. I'm at a different Crumbl location and I'm giving their chocolate chip cookie a 9.8. Their presentation was a little off, but the cookie is soft and gooey. The chocolate is nice and melty. The cookie itself is just about perfect. Ooh, can't forget this. So why do I think everybody can do what I do? Because I used to be 300 pounds. I've been on the other side of things. I've been ginormous. I've been in the fitness world for about 10 years. I've gotten certified as a personal trainer. Triple chocolate chip. Wow. Holy cow, dude. 9.8. All types of chocolate. It's just perfect for the chocolate lover. The white chocolate gives it a different taste to balance out all the dark chocolates. Wonderful. I like this a lot more than I thought I would. So over the past 10 years, I've both gained and lost weight. It was not a straight line. I would get myself hurt. I would have to be out of the gym for a while, and then I would get lazy. I finally got everything figured out, and here I am. Peanut butter skillet cookie featuring Reese's. This is a disaster. Wow-wee. This is really good. A 9.8. It's not overly peanut buttery. The light, refreshing mousse on top really balances that out, but it's still a peanut butter lover's dream, and that chocolate drizzle just adds that chocolate peanut butter pop. It's basically perfect, man. This is a good peanut butter cookie. So I worked my way down from a peak of 300 pounds. I've tried all sorts of different diets. For the longest time, I didn't count calories because I didn't want to stress myself out. And that was the single biggest mistake of my fitness career. I just started counting calories a year ago. It's so powerful to know what you're putting in your body. The only reason I can do what I do is because I track calories. I balance everything out. Cinnamon roll cookie. Whoa. This is probably gonna be my cookie of the week. I don't know. This is really good. I'm giving it a 9.8. It's absolutely phenomenal. It has a really good cinnamon roll vibe. Obviously, I love the cream cheese frosting, but that streusel really gives it that cinnamon roll pop. My only complaint, the cookie, it tastes like a sugar cookie. I feel like they could have done more to make it like a cinnamon cookie. But yeah, this one's phenomenally delicious. If you want to make it to my heart, all you gotta do is put cream cheese on it, man. So once I started counting calories, I was actually in a training program. It took me getting a personal trainer after, 10 years and being a personal trainer. I just wanted a new way of doing things, and it was a little bit of accountability to get me back into the gym after another injury, and I don't regret it at all. Once I started counting calories with that trainer, I was empowered to do this now. Wedding cake cookie. It doesn't look like there's gonna be a lot of raspberry. Better than I thought it would be. An 8.9. It surprised me with how good it is, mostly because of the cream cheese frosting, but I can't give it a 9 because I don't taste any raspberry, and there's supposed to be raspberry in the frosting. If you're missing a flavor, you're losing points. Amped it up a little bit from being a boring sugar cookie. I just wish there was more toppings, and a more flavorful raspberry would make it better. Cream cheese will always have my heart, though. There's no such thing as a magical metabolism. I was 300 pounds. It wasn't pretty. Took me a long time to get to where I'm at. What I will say is you can absolutely outwork a bad diet. When I started doing all my training for the eating, I increased my daily caloric expenditure by like 1,500 calories. It's absolutely insane, but it can be done. Most people won't do it, won't even want to do it, which is fine, but I love what I'm doing. Chocolate toffee cake cookie featuring Heath. Well, a little bit of Heath anyway. I think this one's gonna be good. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but not exactly this. 8.2. It's a good cookie, but I feel like it's just missing qualities. It's missing Heath on top. They're really stingy on toppings here. I'm not a fan of here. I might not come back to this location. Could use a little bit more Heath, and the cookie came out rather cakey. It doesn't have that normal chilled cookie texture. I don't know. It's also hard to taste the white icing over the chocolate of the cookie. It's completely out of balance. 100%. It's very cattywampus. It's lucky it's even getting in the 8s. I can kind of tell where it's trying to go for, but it doesn't hit it. Now, most people won't be able to put in the type of work I do to maintain this extreme of a diet. It's both extreme dieting for 6 days of the week. I don't even want to call it extreme exercising because I'm not doing anything really physically demanding or difficult. I'm just never stopping. But we'll get into that a little bit more later today. Berry Trifle Cup. Probably the thing I was least excited for today. All right, let's see how it is. That's not bad. I like that. I like the berries. With the berries and the custard, it really takes away from the cakey nature that I dislike. So it's layered pretty well. The cake is definitely moist throughout because of all of the ingredients that are in it. The berries are like really delicious. It reminds me of my favorite wild berry jelly. Between that and the white cream custard that's in between the cakes, it just makes it a very wonderful dessert. I'm actually gonna give it a 9.2. Now it's basically just yellow cake. Now, I don't encourage anybody to do what I do. You don't need to have a 20,000 calorie cheat day. A 5,000, 6,000 calorie cheat day is very easily doable by anybody, and it's it's still a good time. Nobody needs to be out here eating entire flights of cookies. That's something I choose to do because, well, I enjoy it. The customer pick Biscoff ice cream cookie. Ooh, I think this one's gonna be fancy. Okay. You know, I've only started knowing what Biscoff and cookie butter stuff is since going to Crumbl, and I must say, I am not disappointed in Biscoff. This was delightful. This cookie came from my shop. I know they always do a good job. This has a good taste of Biscoff throughout the cookie, but it's not an overpowered Biscoff flavor, which is nice. 9.4. I think it could use more frosting. I love the chilled frosting, but the flavor profile is just like spot on for this guy. If it just had a little bit of more topping just to kind of cream it out a little bit, oh my God, it'd be perfect. I love it, man. The Biscoff profile on this is just absolutely perfect. Oh. Yum. Another delicious morning. Oh man, wonderful. So now we have a little bit of outline about where I came from. You know, coming from somebody who used to be envious of everybody else's metabolism to somebody who now everybody comes up and says, I wish I had your metabolism. Ultimately, metabolism is not a huge difference. It's a lot smaller of a difference than people really think. I know back when I would get down on my metabolism, like it was a real big blockage for me and it made me want to give up because what's the point? But that's not the case. You can do whatever it is you want. Just got to work towards it. Sometimes it's difficult, but it's up to you. Keep going. If you want to do something, just do it. I'll catch you for meal 2. It's a good one. What in the world will I eat next? It's time to try something new. First time at Nothing Bundt Cakes. I'm about to eat all 13 flavors of Bundt cake. So this is meal number 2 of cheat day, and I will talk a little bit about my diet and exercise. The classic vanilla. Cake isn't normally my thing, and I don't know why I didn't think of that when somebody told me they'd rather have Nothing Bundt Cake than Crumbl. That's just a nonsense thing. Anywho, I hope it's good. I'm excited. Wowee. That is pretty good. The cake is moist and delicious, and the icing is phenomenal. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with Nothing Bundt Cakes. These are actually really good. They're no cookies, but it's really good. My diet and exercise is pretty strict. If I'm awake, I am on a bike or I am walking. No times where I'm not doing something. Cheat day is the only day where I'll give myself a little bit of recovery time. Gluten-free chocolate chip. Nothing Bundt Cake. Feels dense. I think I like this one a little bit more than the vanilla. If you told me this was gluten-free, I probably wouldn't believe you at first because it doesn't taste any different at all. Dude, these are good. I'm impressed and I will go back to Nothing Bundt Cakes. Pretty good cake. Time for the big cup today. Key lime Bundt Cake. It's okay. I give it like a B-. It's literally all of the things that are on the bottom of my list. Citrus and desserts, a cake dessert, where the icing pulls it through a little bit. This didn't really stand a chance. It's not something I would probably get again. There's like a streusel in the middle of it, and it gives it some added flair. I actually do like that. I think I'm gonna increase this to a B. As far as things that I do not like, it all comes together pretty well. And I mean, it's Nothing Bundt Cakes. I'm not going to escape the cake this time, so I'm just gonna live with it and love it. This wasn't as terrible an idea as I thought it would be. Basically, as far as exercise goes, like I said, if I'm awake, I'm either biking or I'm walking every day, nonstop, no sitting around doing nothing. On days that I don't have work, I will get anywhere between 135 to 160 miles on the bike. If I do work, I will walk the entire time at work, average about 20,000 steps while I'm at work for that 8 hours. And because obviously I'm at work, I won't be biking. I normally get anywhere from 60 to 80 miles on the bike for those days. To do 20,000 calories, I am going nonstop. And that's just the way it has to be. Cookies and cream Oreo Bundt cake. I'm actually pretty excited for this one. I think this one's gonna be yummy. That's really good. Wonderful. Holy cow, for cake, I'm actually enjoying myself a pretty good amount here. Gluten-free lemon raspberry. This one again feels way more dense. I'm hoping it's equally as good though. I don't know, this one doesn't have chocolate chips in it. This one's a fruity one, so I don't know. The bread's still pretty good, but the flavor combination's not for me. The moment you've all been waiting for. I can work with that. Now, why don't I ever dip cookies in milk? The reason I never dip cookies in milk is because the milk drowns out the flavor of whatever is dipped in it. And the cookies that I normally eat, I don't want those flavors to get watered down by milk. However, cake is the perfect dunking dessert. It makes it softer, moister. It's very nice. Dunking cake is a different story. Dunking cookies, aside from Oreos, is something I'll never do. Nothing Bundt cake packaging, 0 out of 10. Nonsense. I don't know who thought up their packaging. Confetti. Okay. It's got the fun confetti flakes on the inside, of course. It does have a yummy flavor to it, more party cake style. So basically, the amount of biking that I do and walking has increased my daily expenditure of calories. I've gone from a maintenance of around 3,000 when I was with my personal trainer. My calorie tracking app has me at a pretty consistent 4,500 per day. So there's been a big jump in calorie expenditure per day, and there should be with the amount of work that I'm putting out. White chocolate raspberry. I do like white chocolate raspberry. Raspberry is my favorite fruit, I think. At least when I think about it, raspberry is always my favorite fruit. This one's nicer than the lemon raspberry for sure. Lemon. Again, for being basically everything on the bottom of my list, it's not bad, but it's certainly not one that I need. Yeah, the lemon and the key lime and the lemon raspberry didn't really do it for me. Or my maintenance calories at around 4,500 per day. Now that I'm doing cutting, I'm basically just hitting about 150 grams of protein per day, meat, chicken, and shrimp. Since I've started season 2, every day I'm getting somewhere between 1,100 calories and 1,200 calories. So every single day I'm saving up roughly 3,000 calories for today. So that adds up, right? 3,000 calories times 6 18,000 calories. And then the 7th day, I get my 4,500 plus those 18,000, and we're at 20,000 and over. It's all in the math, it's all in the calories. The law of thermodynamics does not stop for anybody. It took me 10 years to actually realize that. Metabolism and complaining about it is just, I'm just complaining about not working hard enough to get what I want. Red velvet. Is red velvet chocolate? Wasn't there a small argument going on about that? Is red velvet just chocolate? I don't know, I like red velvet. Usually because it comes with white chocolate. It does have a chocolatey vibe. I think it also has chocolate chips. It has some sort of chunk in it. The cake is starting to catch up with me. That was a little bit too big. To basically summarize everything, all I really do is diet and exercise and track calories. I'm not doing anything crazy. The amount that I'm doing may be a little bit crazy, but I'm not magic. No one is magic. Chocolate chip. The cake is becoming cakey on me. I'm making too big of a mess. S'mores. Made with Hershey's. This one's really nice. Carrot. It's not a bad carrot. So we've gone over how I came from being a heavyweight. We've gone over my diet and exercise. At the next meal, I'm just going to go over a few of the fine details that I use, because obviously my calorie tracking app has a lot of things that don't apply to me because of the way that I eat. Strawberries and cream. Here's hoping for the best. Oh, what did I do? I should not have saved this one till the end. Yeah, this strawberry just does not agree with me. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of sugar. Those are all 13 flavors of nothing Bundt cakes, and I need to recover. The cake wore on me a bit at the very, very tippy end. They were all pretty good. For being cake, they came out well. So I'll catch you at the next meal. What in the world will I eat next? Those cakes were very calorie dense. So, finish it up a little bit light. We're gonna do some Doritos and hope that they don't hurt too much. We're also going to conclude the talk about what I do to keep in shape for all of these ridiculous challenges. Late night loaded taco, Korean style barbecue, golden sriracha. Let's do it. We're just gonna go. The first one I'm gonna try, flaming hot Korean style barbecue. So much better than the Lay's ones. These actually have flavor. That's exciting. I'm very excited about this. These taste wonderful. So this one is the loaded late night taco. Definitely got that taco vibe. Maybe Doritos is my chips of choice. Golden sriracha, tangy and sweet. It's actually pretty yummy. Not what I thought it would taste like though. I actually really like that. All three of these are very yummy. So I'm just gonna start chowing down. Got to try them all. This one actually does taste like a Korean barbecue. It still has the flavor of gochujang in it, but it's like, it's a, you know, it tastes like gochujang on, you know, barbecue. It's actually nice. I think all three of these will actually mix together very well also. Okay, so we've gone over a little bit of my diet and exercise routine, keeping it below 1,200 calories, biking and walking nonstop to get my expenditure up to 4,500 calories per day. Now, how I work that out is on my app. I track my expenditure, which is 4,500 in the app, and then I match that with another chart in the app, which is my weekly average. 7 days and average them. So that would be like what I would eat in a day if I were eating the same thing every day. I just try to play around with those numbers and see what happens. Or the flamin' hot Korean style barbecue. Doritos are nice. And this one is your taco, your late night taco. I don't know, it just tastes exactly like what you would expect. It tastes like a taco, I like it. Now the sriracha basically just looks like a tortilla chip. Nothing too crazy. But I really like the flavor. I really, really like the flavor. So basically, I've been experimenting with my average intake to see what average my calorie intake would lead to different results in weight loss over the week. So the first week I did this, I had my average at 3,500. The video that I posted last week has that decrease of 1.2 pounds. And then this week, I think I only dropped a half a pound, but I had my average at 4,000. So basically anything under 4,000, I'm losing weight. I mean, it makes sense. Obviously it goes with the math. So now that I know I can be anywhere under 4, I can try and get some of my cabinet cleaning done. The Korean and the taco is a very good combo. They go together very, very, very well. It's a really nice match. I think all three of these chip combos will go well together, to be honest. I feel like they all probably vibe with each other. Now I'm hoping I can be careful enough that my mouth does not get chewed up with these, but I don't know if that's possible. Now, I think what I'm gonna do for you guys is at the end of the video, I think I'm gonna post me doing my biking. I'm enjoying these chips so much better than the Lay's, it's unreal. This is renewing my confidence in chips, because after Lay's, I didn't know if I even wanted to do these. I think it's beginning the battle in the mouth. If anyone's still with me and you're liking what you're seeing, don't forget to do some liking and subbing. Comments are always open. I take suggestions. I enjoy seeing comments, so if you got something you want to see, I'm probably more than willing to make it happen. Tell you what, I'm definitely sleepy. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I'm liking the flavor of the sriracha tangy part less and less. I think that's what it is. Tell you what, I'm just kind of sick of them. Just chips don't keep my interest for very long. But I think this would have put me at 19,000. So, because the Doritos totaled just about 4,000. My mouth is just starting to get torn up by the chips. We're calling it here. I could trudge through it and tear my mouth up and go through the whole 9 yards, but I just don't feel like it. So we're just gonna leave while we're happy. We've had a snack. We finished our discussion on how to deal with high calorie cheat days. I think we've done everything we had to do. We can leave on a high note. I'll get an accurate calorie count for what's left, and I'll see you next week. What in the world will I eat next? Welcome to Grimmy Eat World. And this is what I do on non-cheat days, every waking hour. I'm not going at an unreasonable pace. I kind of fluctuate between 20 miles an hour down to 12 miles an hour. Usually I stay hovering around 14-ish. This is all I'm doing all day, editing videos and riding bike. So I'm probably going to end up around 150 to 160 miles on the bike, maybe more, and we're gonna have our cheat day tomorrow. Basically, if I'm awake and I'm not eating or working, I'm biking and working on this. That's my life at this point, is training to eat or eating. It's definitely not for everybody, but I enjoy myself, so I guess that's all that matters, right? If you want to get into it, it can be done.
Every waking hour.